Today I am doing the book coffee tag, or the coffee book tag. Whatever you want to call it. That is what I'm doing. I was tagged by Colleen Greens, and I will link her channel down below, and I'm just going to get started with the questions. Question number 1. Blah. Name a series that's tough to get into but has hardcore fans. I'm going with The Raven Cycle by Maggie. I have heard lots and lots and lots of people say that it was tough for them to get into the first book, but once they did, at around the 100-page mark, they fell in love with it. And same thing went for me. I didn't particularly enjoy the first 100 pages. There were parts within the first 100 pages that I liked, but for the most part, it was really difficult for me to get into the writing style and the way the story was told. But once I got used to it, I started to really like it, and I was really enjoying it by the end of the first book, and I absolutely loved the second book. And I have the third book, I just haven't read it yet, because lots of books. Question 2. Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or festive season. Oh no, cliche answer coming. Let It Snow. Because for obvious reasons, it takes place at Christmas. So I'm sure it would make much more sense for people to read it at Christmas. But I also feel like a lot of people read Harry Potter at Christmas time. I'm not sure why. I feel like just because they're big, well, after the fourth one, they get to be big books, and it's like cozy to read a big book in the winter time when you're like curled up by a fireplace and it's snowing outside. And Christmas always happens in Harry Potter, and it's just a magical, nostalgic story that I feel like for some reason people like to read that at Christmas time. I could be wrong. Hot chocolate. Name your favorite children's book. So I have 3 answers. So the first one is my favorite children's book that I didn't read as a child, and that is The Invention of Hugo Cabret. And I absolutely loved that book. I thought it was magical and beautiful and wonderful and glorious. I loved the pictures and the story and what it was about and how it made me feel, and it was just a wonderful story. My favorite children's book that I read as a child, but like as a novel, so a children's novel in like middle grade, is Silverwing by Kenneth Opel. I read it in grade 6 and I loved it so much. I loved it so much that I asked my teacher if I could do a presentation on it, and we didn't have to do book presentations. I just wanted everyone to know how much I loved this book. So yeah, Silverwing. I was in love with that book. Absolutely. And then my favorite children's book, like picture book, is either If You Give a Mouse a Cookie or Red is Best. Double Shot of Espresso. A book that kept you on the edge of your seat. So the first book I'm going to say, Pivot Point by Casey West. It wasn't like super edge of your seat the whole time, in a sense that it was really suspenseful, but the way the story went back and forth between 2 different realities made me on my toes the whole time. It just kind of made the story so engaging that at the end of one chapter I just was like, oh my god, and I had to keep going to the next chapter. So definitely Pivot Point. And then again, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, all the standalones that I've read by Harlan Coben, they are ridiculous. There are so many twists and turns, and you think you know what's going on, and then you don't, and then you think you know what's going on, and then you don't, and then you think you know what's going on, and then you don't. And then yeah. Starbucks, a book you see everywhere. The Fault in Our Stars, I still see it everywhere. The, especially now that like there's the movie, and there's the movie tie-in cover in paperback, and the regular cover in paperback. I feel like it's still always, like when I pass the bookstore or my mall, it's still in the new and hot section. It's not new anymore, but it's still hot. It's just, and it's at Walmart too, still in the book section, and I feel like it's just everywhere. Hipster Coffee Shop. Give an indie author a shout out. Clover Donovan, who is Richard Reed's on YouTube, he wrote this awesome middle grade book about a girl who can give eternal life to people, and there's evil people who are after her because they want to live forever, and they need her in order to do that, and it's about a boy who's trying to keep her safe from them, and it's a lot of fun. It's funny, it's exciting, it's adventurous, and there's a lot of like supernatural and magical elements in it. It's really cool. It's a great middle grade book. I feel like if you are someone who likes to read middle grade, or if you were 11, you would love it. Oops, I accidentally got decaf. A book you were expecting more from. The Vanishing Season by Jodi Lynn Anderson. Yeah. Because I really enjoyed the writing in this book and the flow of the story. While I was reading it, I enjoyed it. but the synopsis was very, very, very misleading. So I kept thinking the story was going to change, or something was going to happen, or there was going to be a turn in the story that changed the events, and it did not happen. The synopsis is a big fat liar. So because I was expecting it to go in one way, and it didn't, and I was expecting things to fall into place and for things to happen and start to make sense, and they didn't because the synopsis is not what the book is about, it really, really disappointed me and ended up really just falling flat for me, which was really disappointing. And especially because I feel like if the synopsis didn't lie, I would have enjoyed the book better because I wouldn't have been waiting for something that wasn't ever going to happen. So, yeah. And the last one is Perfect Blend, a book or series that is bitter and sweet but ultimately satisfying. Oh my gosh, oh no, I feel a cliche coming. I feel it, I don't think I can stop it. I read it twice, and both times I loved it equally and had the same feelings. It's exactly bittersweet. It is funny and cute and heartwarming, and then it will turn your heart to mulch. It's satisfying because of like kind of the messages that you get out of it and the characters that you get to know, and from how much you cry, or at least how much I cried. It's not like I sobbed, I wasn't like ooh, crying, well that's attractive, but there were definite tears that fell down my face and dried on my cheeks, and then I needed face moisturizer after, so that's my very cliche but very honest answer. Who do I tag? I do not know. I'm going to tag Nerdy Book Lover, Book BFF, and Ray K Books. And I realize that two of those channels are two people. So you can do them together, or separately, or one of you can choose to do them, whatever you want. I'll accept it.